Let's talk about something that's been making waves in Vatican circles. Who's going to be the next pope after Francis? Now, Pope Francis has been a transformative figure. He's shaken things up, pushed for reforms, and gotten people talking about the Catholic Church in new ways. But let's be real. At 88 years old, with ongoing health concerns, it's only natural that people are starting to wonder who might take his place when the time comes. So, what does it take to become pope? Well, technically, any baptized male Catholic could be elected. But realistically, it's almost always one of the cardinals, those senior leaders of the Church who already have significant influence. The choice of the next pope will depend on whether the cardinals want to continue Francis's more progressive approach or shift back to a more traditional direction. So, let's dive into the top 10 most likely candidates to become the next pope and why people are talking about them. 1. Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Italy, the Vatican's top diplomat. Kicking off our list is Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the current Vatican Secretary of State. If you think of the Pope as the leader of the Church, Parolin is like the Church's prime minister. He's been handling Vatican diplomacy since 2013, managing relations with world governments, negotiating peace deals, and even working on the Vatican's tricky relationship with China. Why could he be Pope? He knows the Vatican inside and out. He's respected internationally, and he's a steady, moderate choice. What's the downside? Some might see him as too much of an insider, someone who represents the Church's bureaucracy more than its spiritual side. 2. Cardinal Peter Turkson, Ghana, the African frontrunner. If the Catholic Church wants to make history by choosing an African pope, Cardinal Peter Turkson is the top name to watch. He's been one of the most vocal leaders in the Church when it comes to issues like climate change, economic justice, and helping the poor. He's charismatic, speaks multiple languages fluently, and has experience running Vatican offices. Plus, Catholicism is booming in Africa, and some believe it's time for the region to have its turn at the top. His challenge? Some critics say he doesn't have enough political clout within the Vatican to handle the power struggles that come with being pope. 3rd Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, Philippines, the Asian Francis. One of the most popular figures in the Church today is Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle from the Philippines. He's often called the Asian Pope Francis because he shares a lot of Francis's qualities. He's warm, humble, and deeply passionate about social justice. He's also incredibly relatable. He's been seen riding bicycles, joking with young people, and speaking out on issues like poverty and migration. Why would he be chosen? If the cardinals want to continue Pope Francis's legacy, Tagle is a perfect choice. Plus, he represents Asia, where Catholicism is growing rapidly. His biggest obstacle? He's still relatively young in Vatican politics, and some traditionalists think he leans too progressive. 4. Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, Italy, the peacemaker. If the cardinals are looking for someone who balances tradition with a modern touch, Cardinal Matteo Zuppi is a strong candidate. He's known for being a bridge builder, literally helping to negotiate peace deals in war zones like Mozambique. He's also been involved in LGBTQ pastoral care, though he remains loyal to church teaching. He's someone who conservatives respect, but also has the warmth and approachability that progressives admire. The challenge? Some might not see him as having enough international recognition. 5. Cardinal Raymond Leo Burke, USA, the traditionalist firebrand. If the cardinals want to roll back many of Pope Francis's reforms and return to a more traditionalist church, then Cardinal Raymond Burke from the United States is their guy. He's been openly critical of Francis, opposing things like communion for divorced Catholics and discussions on LGBTQ+ inclusion. Why would he be chosen? Some cardinals feel the church has gone too far into modernizing, and Burke would be the loudest signal of a shift back to strict doctrine. What's the catch? He's polarizing. Many cardinals see him as too extreme and unlikely to unite the church. 6th Cardinal Odilo Scherer, Brazil, the Latin American powerhouse. Brazil has the largest Catholic population in the world, and Cardinal Odilo Scherer is a powerful figure there. He's the Archbishop of São Paulo, one of the biggest dioceses globally. Why is he a contender? He's respected, has a balanced approach, not too progressive, not too conservative, and represents Latin America, which has been a major focus of the Church in recent decades. His downside? He's influential in Brazil, but less so internationally. 7. Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith, Sri Lanka, the strict enforcer. If the cardinals want someone deeply conservative, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith is an option. He's known for strongly opposing modern changes in the Church, including the way Mass is celebrated. He's passionate about restoring old traditions and could be a favorite among those who want a back-to-basics approach. His challenge? He's not as well known outside of Asia, which could limit his appeal. 8. Cardinal Christoph Schönborn, Austria, the intellectual bridge. Schönborn helped write the Catechism of the Catholic Church, making him one of the most theologically knowledgeable cardinals out there. He's seen as a balanced thinker, holding to tradition but also open to discussing modern issues. Why would he be pope? He's a deep intellectual who understands church teaching better than almost anyone. What's the issue? He's already 79 years old, and some might prefer a younger pope. 9. Cardinal Robert Sarah, Guinea, the spiritual traditionalist. Sarah is one of the most deeply spiritual figures in the Church today. He preaches about silence, prayer, and the importance of traditional Catholic values. If the Church wants someone who rejects secular influences and focuses on deep faith, Sarah would be a strong candidate. The challenge? He's very traditional, which might not appeal to those who want to continue Pope Francis's approach. 10th, Cardinal Angelo Scola, Italy, the almost pope. Scola was one of the frontrunners in the last papal election, and many thought he would win. At 82 years old, he's now a long shot, but his deep theological knowledge and experience still make him a name worth mentioning. So, who's got the best shot? If the cardinals want continuity with Pope Francis, they might go with Tagle, Zuppi, or Parolin. If they want to shift back to a traditionalist approach, Burke, Ranjith, or Sarah are in play. If they want a new global perspective, Turkson or Scherer could make history. But let's be honest, the next pope might not even be on this list. The Holy Spirit works in mysterious ways, and conclaves often surprise everyone. Who do you think would make the best pope? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the Vatican and global Catholic news.